Thank you very much for joining this week's Kickoff Labs live marketing chats. My name is Izzy Palmerin. I work here in marketing at KickoffLabs.com. So I'm just going to give everybody about a minute or so just so they can jump into the chat. So they're watching the video and everything. So we should be looking at the getting started live chat screen basically. So I'm just screen sharing right now. So this week we are doing a Kickoff Labs getting started. So mainly we're just going to be talking about tips and tricks to help double the conversion rate of your campaign. So there's a few steps that you can take, just additional steps of setting up your campaign just so it's 100% ready to launch, and it's optimized for getting the most signups and getting the most referrals from your campaign as well. So that's mainly what we're going to be talking about. If you thought we were doing landing page reviews this week, we're not doing landing page reviews until 2 weeks from today. But if you hang out until until later on during the actual chat, I might be able to review one of your pages, because I see actually Karen submitted a page. So once again, we're not doing landing page reviews this week. Landing page reviews are in 2 weeks. But if you stick around till a little bit after the chat, I should be able to get to, just to quickly review your page during the actual live event here. So we're going to be talking about how to best get started with Kickoff Labs. If somebody in the chat can just let me know, just with like a simple yes, that you can hear me and you can see my screen. So right now I'm sharing the Getting Started live chat. So if you could just say yes. Oh, well, actually it looks like you can, because actually Karen already said sure. So it looks like she can probably hear me. So great. Okay, so usually we just start these off with like a basic like a video just showing you guys how to actually get started. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to actually talk about some of the best practices. Meanwhile, I'm actually building a campaign. Okay, so I'm actually going to go through the steps of building a campaign from scratch. You guys can actually see the steps that I'll be taking. Meanwhile, I'm creating that campaign, and you very well might learn something new along the way. It's about the actual platform. And please, I would love for this chat to be as interactive as possible. So I will be going back to the live chat. If anybody has any questions, it's no problem. I would love to answer any personalized questions. Make it 100% about your business, because I can easily just talk and show you guys all the tools, but I would love to focus anything that I'm actually talking about more towards what you're trying to do with your own campaign, with your own lead generation efforts. So it's just better focused towards whoever is in the chat and able to ask any questions. Alrighty. So having said that, let me just go and quickly show my couple of slides here. So we're getting started with Kickoff Labs, talking about how to double your conversion rate. This is me. That's Izzy Palmer. That's me. I'm a technical marketing expert here at Kickoff Labs. And yes, I have helped thousands of customers, help them get the most out of Kickoff Labs viral tools and help them reach their marketing goals, whatever that might be, whether that's getting their crowdfunder, they're crowdfunded, fully funded, whether that's growing their list from scratch, whether that's growing an existing list with an online contest. There's lots of ways that you can use Kickoff Labs, and we're always here to help. So just so you're aware, we do feel vetted in our own customers' success, and we love seeing you guys succeed, and we are here to help. So let me quickly jump into the chat. All right, so no questions so far. So like I said, I'm just going to go through some steps of building a campaign from scratch. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them in the chat. Okay, so when you first log into Kickoff Labs, you will be prompted to create a brand new campaign. In case you already have some campaigns created, there's just a big old Add New Campaign button. So I'll go ahead and just go through the campaign setup. So this brand new campaign setup actually is like a smarter way for you to set up your pages. What this does, this just helps you just go through the steps of creating a fully viral campaign. So that's a sign up landing page, a bounce exit intent. So those are the pop-ups that'll show if someone's trying to leave the page, and it'll build a thank you page for me. So let me go ahead and build my campaign. This is going to be my cool campaign. In case I wanted to create an empty campaign from scratch, I can also do that from here. But in this case, I want to go through the actual campaign setup. So I just want to see my options here. So I do have several options to use Kickoff Labs. I can either use Kickoff Labs landing pages, which we do feature several landing, or actually quite a few. I think over like 60 landing pages that you can choose, which are built for conversions, and they're really easy to use. All you really need to do is just drop in some images, some copy, and pretty much you're all set to go. In case you have an existing website, you can use either of our other options, which are the pop-ups on your website, or you can install our or in case you have, in case you have an existing form on your website, you can install what's called our Any form. You can't see here, but in case you have any existing form on your website, you can also connect that to Kickoff Labs. So we give you tons of ways to actually connect to our platform. You don't necessarily have to use our landing pages. You could bring in any other page. You can use your own pages. Lots of options. In this case, I do want to just go the fastest route, so I'll just go ahead and choose Kickoff Labs landing pages. There's tons of themes that you could choose from here. If you want to see more, there's a big old button to see, to see all the themes, that you could just choose any one that you might see fit. I'll choose one of my favorite ones, which is actually one of the highest converted ones, to be very honest with you. We get a lot of people using the Harry Signs Up. This one converts well. This is the one I'm going to choose. I'll roughly go through some of the other ones that like convert well. Roughly, actually looking at the looking at all our demo pages here, the ones at the top are the ones that convert very well. But that doesn't mean that the ones at the bottom aren't going to convert. Basically, I mean, to really convert any kind of visitors on your page to actually sign up, it's not really too much about the actual design. It has to do a lot more with the copy, and I'll get more into as far as best practices about copy a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and choose one of my favorite ones, which is the Harry Signs Up. So once I click that, it'll ask me if I want to add an exit intent. And we generally recommend adding this exit intent to your page because it's mainly a second opportunity to get people to convert. Just in case they were on your page, they read the copy on the page, and nothing really kind of clicked for them. In case they were going to leave your page, this exit intent gives you that second opportunity to present them with maybe another incentive, maybe your incentive just simply reworded, and it really helps to get that second opportunity to convert people to sign up. I'll go ahead and continue now. And this is really where the magic starts. And actually, it's clear here. This is where the magic of a smarter viral campaign comes into play. This is where leads will be redirected to any of these thank you pages. So Kickoff Labs offers these unique viral thank you pages that offer just different types of experiences depending on your business. So you can either offer like some kind of rewards where people can earn rewards after reaching 3 referrals, 5 referrals. I mean, those are arbitrary numbers. They could be any number you want, 10 referrals, 15, 300 referrals, whatever you want. So we have thank you pages that are focused on rewards. There are some simple thank you pages. You'll see some other ones that are leaderboards where you can show people where they stand in line. So you can publicly show your leads how many, where they stand in line as far as referrals. So these are our leaderboard pages. We have a waitlist page, which is modeled after Robinhood. There's a company, like a financial company called Robinhood. They did a really great launch where it was a wait list, where you can skip the line by inviting friends. So we do offer several types of like different thank you page experiences where depending on your business and your campaign type, you can kind of just choose the right thank you page for you. I'm going to choose one of my favorite ones as well, and it goes really well in conjunction with the Harry Signs Up, which is the Harry Goes Viral Thanks. This is a rewards level type of template. Alrighty, so that's all I need to do. Even though I was doing a lot of talking through that, I mean, you could get through these steps within a few seconds. So all you need to do is click your, choose the way you're going to collect leads, whether that's with the Kickoff Labs landing page or one of our forms, and choose your thank you page, and that's it. Create a campaign. Now I can already see that this campaign is fully created, and this is already showing me what I created: my landing page, my exit intent, and my thank you page. And I can go ahead and click test and preview. I'll go ahead and share this in the chat. So you can already see that this is like a live campaign. I can already start collecting leads. Everything is already fully set up. Even though like it's just our default copy. I mean, yes, I want to go in and start changing all the copy. This is just to show you like, oh, okay, I mean, this is already set up. And if I tested signing up, actually, first let me go ahead and share this in the chat with you guys. So if anybody wants to sign up, you can go and sign up there. And you could see that, I mean, that quickly, I got a live campaign up and running, and boom, I mean, it redirects me to the thank you page where I can literally start sharing with friends and start bringing additional people to this campaign. But obviously before that, there are several things that I do want to change. I want to change some of the copy. I might want to change some of the colors, the images, of course, I want to change this URL. Also, this is running off of our free Kickoff Pages URL. I obviously want to put this on my own custom URL. So there's a lot of things that I still need to do. Well, I mean, that I still would want to do to this campaign in order to optimize it, in order to try to double that conversion rate, double or triple, if not even better, 10x my conversion rate. So just going through those steps of optimizing is really going to help optimize the overall campaign. But you can see that this is just a fully built campaign ready to go. Really cool. Okay, so the setup is done. Now I need to edit these pages so that they're customized for my own business and for my own campaign. Cool. So I'll go to my dashboard, and I can see that my pages are already created. So I'm seeing my landing page here, my exit intent, and my thank you page. So the first thing that I want to do is jump into my landing page and start editing it so it's customized to my own business. So I'll go to the edit page button here to the right. Now this is the page editor, and this is basically where I'm gonna just change all the text. I can basically just jump in and start editing any text. I'll say my cool product is coming. I mean, that's a really general, really basic headline, but let's keep it basic for now. So I could format it. I could change the actual formatting, like the heading. Let's see if I want to make it a little bit smaller. I want to make this a little bit smaller. Maybe too small. Anyways, but I could just jump in and start making all these changes really quick to my page. The general tab, so you're looking here at the left side, general tab, this is where you're going to find theme specific options. So each template, each theme is going to have its own options, and you will always find these in the general tab. So I see here that I can change the image. Let me grab a decent image here. I'll just grab a basic one. Okay, so it's just like, so this is where I would actually add anything that's theme specific. So I can click to show sections or hide sections, lots of stuff that I can actually do. And the design tab, this is where I'm actually going to customize the fonts and the style of the page, like the actual font and the colors of the page. So in case I wanted just to change my font styles to, let's say I want to go Source Sans Pro. That's basically where I would change it. And the colors, same goes for the colors here. I could change the button color, all the colors on the page. So, and I'll talk a little bit about colors, best practices in just a sec too, because I know that the colors of your page really matter as far as how it's going to convert. Cool. So this is where I would change any of the styles of the page from the design tab. The form tab, this is where I would change anything that has to do with the actual form itself. I can add a custom field. Like let's say I wanted to not only ask for email address, but I also wanted to ask for the first name. I could go ahead and, I do have several options to either add a checkbox, a dropdown, paragraph. I just want to add a single line of text. And I can either create a new custom field, or I could use any one of our predetermined ones. We haven't really, there's not really too many predetermined ones because every business has its own needs. So in case you wanted to ask for a phone number, just use new custom field. And this is your field name. So I'll say phone number. And that's basically how you would create your own custom field. In this case, like I said, I just want to create just a first name, just ask for first name. And let's go ahead and say that. All right, what's your first name? And I don't want to require it. You'll probably learn why in just a sec. There's a lot of best practices that I'll be getting to shortly, but I don't want to require this in order to get the best conversion rate. The only thing that I really want required is anything that I essentially need for my business to get done, or just the email address. Obviously, we need to require the email address. Okay, so we've already added our first name and we have our email address. And I basically want to click and drag this. So it's more as far as a best practice, seeing the first name and then the email address. So you saw me change those form fields. All I need to do is click and drag. Okay, and let me go ahead and change the button text as well. So I'm going to say sign up now. Okay, really basic now. The thanks tab. So this is where I would customize any like any of the social sharing options, just in case I was not using a thank you page. Okay, let me make it 100% clear for you guys. All Kickoff Labs landing pages come with their own built-in viral thank you. So this is what this instant thank us is. So just in case your campaign didn't require the use like of a thank you page, like let's say you didn't want to use reward levels, or you didn't want to use a prize list, or a wait list, or any kind of those, any kind of our viral thank you pages, Kickoff Labs still comes with what's called an instant thanks. So people, once they sign up on your page, they would see a built-in thank you message directly on this page. Instead of being redirected to a new page, they would see the message and the share buttons directly on this page. So that's what this instant thanks is. Just in case you wanted to remove the thank you page, you can actually do it from the redirect options. Let's say I wanted to not redirect it to the thank you page. I would press no redirect, and then I would make a quick campaign change. But in this case, I instead of showing the instant thanks directly here on this page, I do want to redirect people to a thank you page, because generally you'll get better results from sending people, to its own dedicated page where people can come back to the page and see their own progress, or they can come back to the page and grab their download, or you'll generally get better results by having that dedicated thank you page. So in case you didn't want it, you can still use our instant thanks, but we do recommend using that thank you page. Okay, the on exit tab, this is obviously where we would add our exit intent. And right now it's already been created and it's already been hooked up. Just in case I didn't have any exit intent created, like let's say I created an empty campaign, this is where I would add an exit intent. The ever important settings tab. Okay, so this is very important for you guys to fill in the page title, meta description. So this is what's going to pop up like in the browser tab and when people click to share on Facebook. So it's really important to place your own custom share title, description, the share image. Super important to customize it, just to make sure that that anybody sharing the page, that actually, just to make sure that you have control over the message whenever somebody is trying to share the page. So be sure that you share, that you fill out the page title, meta description, all this good stuff. Okay. And what about when people click to share on Twitter and through email? That's actually here on the thanks tab. So we would click the little pencil icon. So you see that I went to thanks, and it is under instant thanks, but it's not really using the instant thanks. It's actually using like the social sharing options. So I would click the little pencil, and this is where I would customize the Twitter share text and the email text. Cool. Alrighty, so that's the page designer in a nutshell. I mean, this is basically where I would customize the actual page, add all of my settings, just in case I wanted to add, just like all of that Facebook share, all of the optimized sharing. This is where I would add that. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and save and publish my changes. So that means that my changes have been published to the live web. So one thing that I'm not so crazy about is this URL here. So right now it's actually published to a Kickoff Pages free domain. But obviously, I do want to brand this. I want to have it fully branded, so anybody visiting the page doesn't see Kickoff Pages. They'll see, for example, mybusiness.com or myawesomeproduct.com, whatever your custom domain is. So to add my own custom domain, you would do that from the custom domains tab. So from the actual dashboard, you would go to the custom domains tab, And this is where I can add my own custom domain. At this time, I've added my own personal domain, so it's my blog domain. But this is where you would actually click to add your own domain. You would just go through the steps. It's really simple. You just make a quick CNAME change, and it's really easy to actually set up. So let me show you how to actually publish that page. So I just went back, and I'm at my I'm at my publisher screen where I could change my actual URL. So to publish to my own custom domain, I would just click this drop down, click my URL. And since I personally already have a KickoffLabs page published to just ipalmer.com, so I'm going to go ahead and put a path. So I'll say cool sign up page. That should be free. And that's it. And basically, my domain is now published. Like, actually, that landing page is now published to my own domain. I'll go ahead and share that in the chat with you guys. Aaron, that's a great question as far as exit intent time. And actually, let me go ahead and answer that now. So you see that my page is already published to my domain, fully set up. Pretty cool. I can do the same thing with the thank you page, just to make sure that people, after they sign up, they're redirected to like cool thanks page or thank you, basically. I mean, I could have it published to just about anything on my own domain. But let me go ahead and take a quick look at the exit intent then. All right, so we set up our landing page. Let's go ahead and set up our exit intent. So we'll go step by step. We'll set up the landing page, exit intent, and then we'll jump into the thank you page. So let's go ahead and make some changes into the exit intent, into the bounce exit intent, and we'll talk about some best practices as well. So this is the same kind of like page designer look, where I can just test the actual bounce. Like, I can test it that way, or I can test it by actually mousing away from the page. So I mean, this is easily where I can change my own message. Generally, we actually recommend like rewording or rephrasing any kind of incentive that you have on your sign up page. Place that same kind of like message on your bounce exit intent. Because if you're just telling like people, hey, it's your last chance to actually sign up, and they might not have read the actual copy on the page, this is your second chance to actually show people what's on your page. So we highly recommend, customizing this text. Don't leave it as the default, like last chance to sign up. Don't make it super vague. Be specific, especially on your bounce exit intent, because people may or may not have read the actual copy on the page. So this is your second opportunity to present that copy in order to actually convert them. I mean, these are the basics. This is where I could change the actual layout. We have several like layouts that you can use. Full screen one too. Lots of cool ones. I'll go with the normal stacked one. And same thing with like the custom form. I can still add in custom fields. I can still add in like a first name. Let's say I do want to do that. Make it the same as my form, like as my sign up page form. Ask for those same fields. Click and drag to reorder. I can see that it's here, first name and your email address. Awesome, looks good. Obviously, I can customize the button text, colors as well, and the bounce settings. So this is really important. Okay, so what are our recommended settings for using the bounce? Okay, so first off, you'll see this aggressive setting. Aggressive means that that we will always show the bounce exit intent to a person, no matter if they have been on the page or not. So if I've gone to your page, this exit intent is gonna put a cookie. It's called a cookie. So I will be cookied. My browser will actually be cookied, and it will remember. So this cookie expire works in conjunction with that. It'll tell me, like, it'll say, all right, so this person already saw it once during the session, during this browser session, so I'm not going to show it to them again. Okay, so that works. But generally, for like landing pages, especially, people aren't going to come back to the page twice. They might once or twice. So for landing pages, we do recommend using, I personally recommend using the aggressive setting, because that's going to actually give you the most opportunities to actually pop it up. It's just always going to pop up. All right. in case you were placing this exit intent like on your website, on your blog, you probably wouldn't want to have this aggressive because it's always going to be popping up for people no matter what. If they reload the page, it'll pop up again, and it's going to frustrate your own users. So in that case, I would, if I am placing this on my homepage or on my blog site, I would take off the aggressive and I would put like a cookie expire, maybe like a weekly. So they'll only see it once a week or they'll only see it once a month, as opposed to each time they actually load the page. But like I said, for like a landing page, you probably want to use the aggressive setting. And for the timer, okay, so we have the ability to automatically show this after a certain amount of time, or you can set the timer to trigger after a certain amount of time. Like, let me show you. I'll go ahead and set a timer for 5 seconds. Now the bounce exit intent, see I'm mousing in and out of the page. It's not going to trigger for 5 seconds at least. So that's a good strategy for giving people enough time to actually read the copy on the page. So like, I can't really say that you should place your timer for 5 or 10 seconds. It really depends on how much copy you have on the page. If I have like somewhat of a long form page, which I calculate is going to take people at least 10 to 15 seconds to actually skim the actual page, then I might set that timer to 10, to between 10 or 20 seconds. Because I mean, generally you just want to give people enough time to read the page before it's actually triggered. So I can set it to 20 seconds, and you can see I'll be mousing in and up, inside and out of the page. I can do all kinds of stuff, and it will not trigger until 20 seconds after. So that's an awful long time, but just give enough people to give people enough time to read the page. That's the best strategy. 5 to 10 seconds works really well. 7 seconds is like right in the middle. I like using 7 seconds personally, but it's really up to you, to be honest with you. But just give people enough time to read the copy on the page. So those are the best practices. You'll still see like the same sharing options, like the same thing as landing pages. This bounce exit intent has a built-in thank you message, but since we already created that thank you page, like instead of showing the built-in thank you message on the same page, it'll redirect people to that thank you page. So cool. So those were the best practices for the bounce exit intent. Let me go ahead and click Get the Code. This will take me out of that page. Now, finally, let's go ahead and jump into our thank you page and talk a little bit about how we can customize this to work for our own business. So basically, this general tab, like I said, this provides you with theme specific options on your on your actual page. So each theme is going to have its own options. This specific theme, since it is a prize-based theme, it gives me the opportunity to like customize my own prize levels. Let's say I wanted to get people, instead of 0, 5, 10, 15, I only want 3 levels, and I want to be 0, 0, 3, and 5. Oop. So you can see there, 0, 3, 5. Cool. So, I mean, I can easily customize this. Let me customize the prize level. I'll say amazing reward. I could do that for all of my prize levels. I could customize this. One of the things that I like doing, especially for like prize levels, is adding in that that text, that copy, but also above it, or maybe even below it, placing like a little small image of the actual prize itself. Like, I don't have any prize images here on my screen, but let's imagine this is actually like a prize. I want to center it. Oop. Let's center everything. Cool. So this is, I mean, you can already see that my image here. So this is like one of the strategies that I like using, where people can actually see what they're going to be earning. So they could see, all right, this is what's coming next. They can visually see, and they can like, I mean, obviously they can visualize themselves earning that reward. So I like adding images as far as prize levels. Okay, cool. So you'll see once again, I mean, this is where I can click to show and hide sections. Let's say I didn't want that like bottom section. I can click to hide it. Super easy to do. So like I said, you'll find the same theme specific options under general, the design tab. This is where I'm going to change once again my fonts and the colors of the page, and the settings tab. Once again, this is super important. Make sure to put in the page title, meta description, Facebook share title, all that good stuff. The Facebook share image, super important to put in. To be very honest with you, actually, this is like talking about best practices. What I generally recommend, recommend placing the same, like almost the exact same Facebook share title, description, image, and the same Twitter and email share, both on your thank you page and on your sign up page. So you'll want to place the exact same message, because you never know which page people are going to share. Obviously, you want people to be sharing your sign up page, and once people do sign up on your sign up page, they'll be redirected to the thank you page, and the share buttons will be sharing the sign up page. But just in case, you basically just want to have your share message the same on both the sign up and the thank you page. Okay, that's one of the recommended things that you do. Cool. So I basically showed you how to like jump into the actual pages, how to create the actual campaign, how to customize them, how to make a few changes. KickoffLabs also does come with built-in email autoresponders, which is something that I'll quickly talk about. So the first thing that you'll see is something that's called the verification email. So this is something that's part of our advanced fraud prevention that's available to let me quickly customize this. That's available to business plans and up. So advanced fraud prevention will basically let you send out a verification email, which leads have to click a link in order to verify that their email is a real email address. So this is a great way to actually help mitigate fraud, help prevent people from using fake email addresses to actually sign up and gain referrals and gain rewards and stuff like that. So that's the verification email that's available to business plans and above. So in case you did need access to that advanced fraud prevention, which is something that might be recommended, especially if you're running like a high value contest or if you have several prize levels that you want to protect, it's probably a good idea to actually upgrade. And the second thing we have is the automatic reply. This is basically like a thank you welcome email that gets sent out immediately after people sign up or immediately after people verify their email address using the advanced fraud prevention. So this is a great way to just tell people, hey, thank you for actually signing up. It's a perfect way to repeat your actual message to let people know that just get in their inbox and confirm about your actual campaign, and try to get them to actually share too, because we have something that actually we have like share links that are embedded within the actual emails, so people can actually click and share directly from the emails. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see something that are called email tokens, which can be used within any KickoffLabs email. And this lets you include dynamic customer information that you might have collected through your form. Like you saw that I was collecting the first name on my form, so I can include the first name, I could include the email, and there's other cool things that I can include. Like I can include the page link, I can include a link back to the thank you page. So let's say I want to tell people, hey, click here to check your referral status. So really easy to do. Let me click and okay, so I just selected and I copied it, and I'll go up to this section here and I'll say, just to quickly show you how like I can add it. So PS, be sure to, I could customize this text. Check your referral progress here. Cool. But a great way to actually get people back to their thank you pages is using any of our email tokens, specifically this like thank you link email token, where I can customize the text inside of here. I wouldn't place any kind of exclamation points or anything like that. This can kind of break it, but yes, you can actually most definitely customize that text. Alrighty, so let me save that one. The other few emails that we have something that's called an influencer email. Now, this influencer email gets sent out once per day if a person has gotten any of their friends to actually sign up. So if I get one referrals or two referrals or three referrals, whatever, this will just go out once per day, telling me, hey, thank you very much for sending X amount of people to my campaign. Please keep on sharing, and I could still embed those same like email tokens here. You saw I can put that thank you link and all these other email tokens that are found here at the bottom. And finally, we have our incentive emails. These are extremely powerful emails that will be sent whenever a person reach referral milestones. So if a person hits like uh, three referral goals, and I can send an actual email. This is a great way to actually work in conjunction, especially with like the prize levels. Like I'm specifically using a prize level page. Let me get back to the page. I'm using a prize level rewards page. So I might want to set up those like automatic emails to be sent at 3 and at 5. And this is where I would do that. So you could see that I can just jump in and say, all right, so after 3, send this email. Cool. And then after 5, let me create another one. And then after 5, send another one. So this is the 5, and let's say that after 5, like that's my maximum number. I want to be notified whenever people hit that goal, because that's important for my business to know like who those top referrers are, who those top influencers are. That's important for me to know, so I can choose to be notified whenever somebody reaches that level. So it's really, really powerful to actually use in conjunction, whether that's with like leaderboards or especially with like the prize levels too. So cool. I mean, I've done a lot of talking. Sweet spots for prize levels. All right, we can talk about some sweet spots for prize levels. Really, I mean, it really matters on your business. Don't Okay, so just think about how many people a new lead can bring onto your campaign at once. We've seen some customers that that do like friends join, like their first referral level is like, all right, so refer 50 friends and you'll get this. Refer 100 friends and you get this. Refer 300 friends and you'll get this. Those are really, really high referral goals. I'm not sure that could get 50 friends to sign up, to be honest with you. I mean, if I tried really, really hard, I could get a lot of my network to actually sign up, but it's going to be a little bit hard to actually get like those 50 signups. So the sweet spots for reward levels are really kind of like just providing some kind of lower referral level for those people that are going to bring in 2 or 3 people to your campaign. I mean, because like think about how many people you can probably bring into your campaign. Most people bring in about 2 to 3 to 4 people, 5 people maybe. But to be very honest with you, like looking at our own internal data, most people refer about 2 to 3 leads. So be sure to provide some kind of incentive, some kind of lower reward level for those people, but also provide that like those higher reward levels. I mean, most definitely we see people reaching thousands of referrals, hundreds of referrals. That has been, I mean, we do see that a lot too. But so you have to just be sure to provide reward levels for all, like for the entire spectrum. I mean, you don't complicate it. Don't put all kinds of super complicated reward levels. Just keep it basic, keep it simple, but where people can easily navigate. Okay, so if I get 3 friends, I'll get this. If I get 10 friends, I'll get this. If I get 30 friends, I'll get this. Boom, plain and simple, really easy. And yeah, I mean, that's basically what we recommend as far as reward levels. Alrighty, so I've done a lot of talking as far as inside of the actual dashboard and looking at the actual campaign, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about best practices. So some landing page best practices, talking about the copy. So problems are better than features. People people want to know how you're actually going to be solving their problem. How are you going to be making their lives better? So this is a great page. Let me actually present this so it looks a little bit better. Now, give me a quick sec. Let me make sure that I'm presenting it correctly. Oh yeah, it looks like I am. Awesome. Okay, so So this is a great customer page where they're selling socks. I mean, it's a really utilitarian, basic item. These guys are selling socks, but I love how the copy is like is built around like trying to make you a better person for the secret agent in all of us. Keep your feet undetectably fresh. That's really cool copy, and like I said, I mean, this is a really basic product. Talking a little bit more about the actual copy, it's just saying like always be undetectable, always be a step ahead. Like this product is going to make me a better person. So you see how the focus, I mean, how the copy is actually focused on the actual problem, not the features. Like, all right, so these are, I mean, yes, they're talking about features like ankle cushioning, ventilated mesh zones, and stuff like that. But the actual copy on the page is focusing on the actual persons. Like you are an impeccable, you are always a step ahead. I love this page too. I mean, I get a lot of people asking me like, oh, so I mean, how many lines does my headline have to be? 1 or 2 lines? It doesn't matter. I mean, really, it needs to hit the nail on the head as far as like answering the question that your visitor is asking themselves when they arrive on the page. So this is a great headline too. It says, love your coffee, but don't love how quickly it gets cold. Yeah, nobody likes cold coffee. I mean, you might be a freak and like cold coffee, but I don't like cold coffee. So it says, studies show temperature leads, temperature loss equals flavor loss. Now keep your coffee hotter longer with more flavor. Boom. That's like telling me, all right, that's solving my problem right away. Instead of talking about the features, I mean, instead of saying this is a big old mug, you could put your, you could put, uh, uh, it's just like a basic mug. I mean, I know a lot about this mug, but talk about the problems. I mean, talk about how you're actually solving people's problems. Works a lot better. Landing page best practices. So make sure that your call to action is super clear, really visible on the page. People should not be hunting around just to find where they should be clicking. And you'll be surprised. We see a lot of pages where the call to action is really hidden on the page. So it should be really easy for visitors to know where they should click, what the next step they should take. So this is a good example where they're using 2 call to actions. This is actually, I believe it's our landing page background and pop-up video theme. So it's a really great way to actually place a video on the page without being too distracting. You can notice that like the play button, although it is prominent, is not as eye-catching or as strong on the page as the form field is. So you see that the enter email address and your get early access is way more noticeable on the page than the video call to action. But still, but even with those dual call to actions, this primary call to action works really well. Okay, and I love placing this image just to answer the question. I mean, we get asked a lot, like, what's the best color for our button? Is it red? Is it green? Or is it blue? Or is it orange? And that's pretty much all we're asked. It really doesn't matter. I mean, the actual color of your button needs to contrast against the page. That's the only thing that it needs to do. And I mean, even this like super dark black contrasts well against the page. I can walk far away from the page. I'm kind of far now, and I can still see that the actual button is easy to find on the page. It's super clear where I should click, what is the next step that I should take. So your button color doesn't matter. It just needs to contrast against your page. Okay, so this is as far as form fields. You should never be asking for any form fields that are going to bring down conversion and that are things that you don't really need for your business at this time. Like if it's not essential information, don't ask for it at this time. So this is a good example where we're asking for like which Apple store, like which app store do you use? Yes, it is useful information in this case because they're kind of like measuring which app store they should actually launch on. I mean, I could do a worldwide launch, but it's going to be much more resource intensive for me to do a worldwide launch. So I can just simply ask my customers, hey, where are you based? Where do you want me to launch? And that's going to be a lot more easier for me to focus my own marketing efforts. So this is a good, a good example of adding a secondary form field. This is not such a great example. They're asking for email, phone number, and for the total number of people. So this is for like for a water sports type of like for a trip, I guess. So I mean, what I don't like about this page is that they already have two forms of contact, which is email and phone number. And those are, I mean, you can easily follow up via email or via phone, and you can ask them, hey, get in touch directly with your customer and ask them, okay, how many people are going to be coming along? Instead of making a required field, a required form field, I can either do that via an automated email message, or I can just pick up the phone and ask them how many people are coming along on your trip. Don't bring down your conversion rate on your page uh, with those excessive form fields. It's just unnecessary. Okay, include an incentive. People want to know that they're getting something out of giving up their email address. So people are really, really selfish online. Uh, it used to work where you could just say like, hey, sign up for our newsletter. Nowadays, that doesn't work really well. You have to provide some kind of real incentive for people to actually sign up. So it's like, hey, we'll sign up and get your complimentary download. Sign up and get the chance to earn rewards. Sign up and get a 50% discount off your first purchase. You always have to provide some kind of incentive nowadays for people to take that action. Otherwise, you're just going to lose them as a lead and lose them as a customer. So make sure that you are providing some kind of real incentive, something that's that's meaningful for your actual visitor in order for them to actually sign up. So this is another resource picture. So digital downloads, they work well. Reward levels, discounts, all that stuff works well. Be sure to say thank you to your customer, and this goes for sending them your praise after they sign up, and when they share too. So this is actually focused on just the sign up, but just telling people like, hey, well, thank you for actually signing up. This is what our campaign is about. And this is how you could share. So make it easy for people to actually take that secondary action. They already took that first action of signing up, so you already have a warm lead. So once you're in their inbox or after they sign up, be sure to say thanks and say, okay, well, thank you, and take this other action, please. Actually, I like this one where it's just like where it's like step by step. All right, well, thanks for signing up. Now here's how it works. Step 1, you share with your friends. Step 2, when your friends share, you earn points. So it's super important. It's imperative that you ask your leads to sign up and to keep sharing. Actually, I'm sorry. Reward your people for sharing. So if people have brought on additional referrals or leads to your campaign, be sure that they get some kind of extra love. So we do love this kind of like reward levels where after a certain amount of referrals, they could get some cool prize. So prize levels work really well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a public prize level. Like you don't have to use our rewards type of themes. I mean, you could just reach out to people after so-and-so referrals, or you could use our influencer emails just to reach out to people after they share, and just like telling them, hey, thanks for signing up, thanks for helping build our own community. Thank you, because you care about the success of our product. Let's help us make this a real community. Thank you very much. And what about some incentive ideas? So incentives take a lot of shapes and forms. So I'll talk about a few of the ones that are most effective. The digital-based incentives, these are really good for people, for getting people to take that initial action. So it's getting people to sign up, to get their download, to get their ebook, to get their drip course. So these type of digital-based incentives really work well for getting people to take that immediate action. Time-based incentives. So these are really, really well for getting in direct contact with your leads. So let's say you want to get a way to, find a way to actually talk to leads and get feedback directly from them on your product, on your service. This is a great way to actually do that. Tell them, hey, you know what? If you get 3 people to actually sign up, you get a free email you'll get a free call, a free email consultation, lots of stuff that you can do. monetary based. So this is something that adds value to the offering, but it's not costing you too much money usually, or it might cost you $0. So it's pretty cool. So this could be like free beta access to your product, some kind of percentage off where it's not taking anything off of your top line, a free month, some kind of free upgrade, something that provides a monetary value to your leads, but it's not costing you that much. Okay. And we have goods-based incentives. So these are great for brand building, but these are a little bit more expensive, and they're resource incentive. So these are things like pens, stationery gifts, coffee mugs, stickers, T-shirts, all that good stuff. Any kind of like swag. It's really great for like brand building, because like people are going to see your brand being used by other people. But like I said, it is resource intensive. You have to do all the shipping. You have to do, build the actual stuff, get it made. So it does tend to be a little bit more resource intensive. Price-based incentives. So these are really great for brand building as well. But these are the most expensive, and unfortunately, they come with the lowest quality type of leads. Why is that? Because if you're giving any kind of like free product, like physical goods, stuff like that, people are there's a lot of like freebie people that just want to get those like freebie type of gifts. So in that case, you might not get the highest quality. However, in order to get the highest quality, the best way to do it is to give away your own product. Don't like, yes, you could give away an iPad, a trendy gadget, a gift card, all that stuff. But in order for you to get the highest quality, give away your own product. That's how you will definitely get the highest quality leads, or a product, any type of prize that your specific niche is crazy about. So this is a great example where they're specifically giving away their product. I mean, this is a boxer company where they're actually like saying, hey, get $5 off if you get 5 friends to actually sign up, and you get our free product after 10 people, after 25 people, after 50 people. So it's this campaign worked really well for them. Okay, well, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for actually joining us today. Let me quickly jump into the chat, see if there's any questions as well. But if you have any additional questions after this chat, please feel free to send an email to support@kickofflabs.com. And we're always happy to hear from any of our customers, any type of potential customers. Send us an email, and glad to help you as far as your campaigns go. Whoa, my chat is going crazy here. One sec. There we go. Okay, cool. So looks like Karen is still on the chat. So might have some time to quickly review her page. She got lucky. So like I said, before I actually reviewed her page, that's basically a lot of the tips and tricks to actually double your conversion rate of your campaign using Kickoff Labs. In case you have not signed up yet, which I mean, I believe most of you guys have, but in case you haven't signed up yet, please go to kickofflabs.com and try out our platform. It's the perfect way to actually grow your email list with a viral campaign that's running email newsletters, through a contest, through launches, events, all kinds of stuff that you could do with Kickoff Labs. So yeah, I mean, recommended to sign up for your account. You can upgrade and downgrade at any time. So let's say you like just wanted access to some of the features for a 3-month campaign, or even like a 3-week campaign. You could do that. I mean, you can upgrade and downgrade at any time. Super easy to do. Okay, so thank you very much once again, and let's go ahead and review some of this page for Karen. Okay, so reviewing this page for Karen, looking at microsoft.com/Indy. Indy is the desktop 3D printer. Okay, pro quality parts from the most reliable desktop 3D printer at a rock bottom price, coming soon to Indiegogo. I mean, it looks like you have like all this stuff of like here. Awesome. I like the price too. Let me see here. Don't really want you to miss out on an early bird discount. If you sign up, we'll let you know. We are If you sign up, we'll let you know we're ready. I would probably get rid of this section. I mean, looking at your exit intent now, I mean, just tell people don't miss out on our early bird discount. And I might even consider using just like the normal stacked, like the stacked version where it's not pushing things to the left and to the right, where you just have your form here in the center, and say, don't miss out on your early bird discount here at the very top. So get rid of sign up to get early access. Get rid of if you sign up, we'll let you know when we're ready. Get rid of that. Get rid of sign up, and only place don't miss out on your early bird discount. Get the indie desktop printer for only $450. So just in case people didn't see the actual price on the page, they can see it here. And I might even like remove this form field. Like, yes, you're asking people like, how often do you want updates? I would just send those updates, and within your actual emails, tell them, do you want to be like, not ask them on the form, but ask them within the email itself. Would you like to receive less frequent notifications? Click here to be notified only monthly, or click here to be notified only 10 days before launch, as opposed to creating this additional form field, because 1, 2, 3 fields, people, it can drive down your conversion rate. So this is something that you can easily ask during, like, after people actually sign up. So looking at the actual page, this is kind of general, like in the desktop 3D printer. Like, I would say like the only affordable desktop printer under $500 or something like that. Or, just talk a little bit about what it does, how you're actually solving a person's problem. This is really basic. Like it's just really general. The desktop 3D printer. Pro quality parts from the most reliable desktop 3D printer at a rock bottom price. So you are kind of talk about like, okay, pro quality and the actual rock bottom price, but you can go ahead and say that twice. I mean, you could reword it in the actual headline, say, okay, I mean, the only affordable desktop 3D printer, something like that. Coming soon to Indiegogo. I like how you're leading off with this earlier per discount, only $450. Cool. But you're not telling people like sign up to get your sign up to lock in your early bird discount, something like that for the first 50 backers. Okay, I mean, it looks like the actual page is pretty well built. Like the rest of the page, indie features, I like this. Large bed size, because people want to know about that. I mean, they want to know if it has like enclosed heated or Wi-Fi filament, if it has all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. But I really think that this top part needs to be optimized to make this headline just a lot more stronger, where I would want to keep reading. And this, for some reason, like these different sized, let me go ahead and bring this out. Like this text, which is one size, you have another size here, you have another size bold here, you have another size here, and one more size here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sizes, 6 over here, 7 with the text, 8 with this one here. It just looks like really inconsistent. So think about like just making your headline a single line, like a single larger size. It's okay if it drops down to 2 lines. Like I said, doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 or 3, 10 lines, whatever. I mean, obviously 10 lines wouldn't be great, but hopefully you get the point. But making the text more consistent and just easier to read, like it just feels like, yes, there is some kind of flow to it where it's all going down, but it just feels inconsistent. And I think that just tightening up the actual formatting of the text will make it look a little bit more professional too. So let's see what happens when I sign up. Oops, completely wrong email address. There we go. Get early access. Let's build something amazing. Okay, now here's kind of like this thank you page looks like you're going to use a little bit more work. Like the background image, I mean, it's a good background image because it's like, all right, well, I mean, you with friends, you and somebody else, 1, 2 people. But I almost feel as if that adding a background image of the actual 3D printer might work well too. It's like, all right, well, I mean, keep inviting friends and you can earn something like this. But I mean, it just really depends. This background image honestly does work well because it's really obvious. Like, all right, well, bring friends along, 1, 2 people, bring more people along. So so it does work well, but it just seems a little bit like general too. Like you've stopped talking about the actual 3D printer. You're just talking about like, let's build something amazing. Why don't you talk about like building the actual community? Like say like I don't know, like invite your 3D printing aficionados, like or just make it more about like building an actual community. Because you're saying like, let's build something amazing, but you're not being specific. Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you talking about building something with a desktop 3D printer, or building a community, building some kind of like forums around it? Specifically, what are you doing? Don't leave friends behind. Share your special link with friends to earn rewards. Now, I think that this could be like cut, because you're already saying like, invite friends, earn amazing rewards, and you're just saying it twice here. Like, don't leave your friends behind. Share your special link to earn rewards. So I would just cut that out, because it just brings in like more text. And what else we have here? Copy and share. Please keep checking your rewards below. I might even tell people like, bookmark this page, and you can and come back to check your progress at any time. So instead of saying like, keep checking your rewards below, be really specific. Tell them, bookmark this page to come back at any time and check your progress. So really important to like tell people. Ugh, I'm sorry, I try to circle that. Okay, so 0 awesome friends have joined. Keep sharing. Alrighty, looks like you have some pretty good reward levels. I mean, 2, 5, 10, 15, 25. These are pretty cool. I mean, pretty basic ones, and you have really great discounts. I mean, that's really cool. I mean, for 25 friends, you could get it for $350. That's really cool. So I don't know, maybe trying to like play up this reward section just a little bit, possibly adding those images that you saw me add earlier. You can add images here, and it just has to be like a really basic image. I mean, it could be like a cheesy little graphic where it's like a little $5 bill graphic or a $15 bill graphic, you know, just some kind of like little graphic, which kind of helps people visualize what they're reaching. So in case you haven't heard about about one of our customers, actually wrong one. Where is it? One sec. Awesome. Okay, this is the one. So you may or may have not have come across this, but this is a company that also launched a 3D printer. So they have a really great campaign. I would probably recommend you guys take a look at that campaign. So they did it pretty well. They successfully launched, and there's a lot of great, really good best practices that you could probably read from that article. All right, so Karen asks, and this will be my last question that I'm answering, because actually a little bit past 2. If a user signs up on the exit intent, is it better to redirect to actual thank you page or a pop-up? It really depends what kind of action you want them to take. Obviously, within the actual pop-up, they can't see their own reward levels. So if you have a campaign that's based around reward levels or a wait list or anything that's important that they see the thank you page, then yes, I would redirect them to the thank you page as opposed to doing the pop-up. But if you just want to keep them on your page, like if you have the bounce exit intent installed on your home page, and you want to keep them there, like as opposed to drive them away, then use that pop-up, because they can just close that pop-up and remain on your page instead of being redirected to a brand new page. So really depends on your campaign, but I do probably recommend using the thank you page, especially if you're using like reward levels, stuff like that. Okay, so thank you very much. Once again, my name is Izzy Palmerin. We'll be seeing you in 2 weeks with our live landing page reviews. And actually next week, we'll be talking to another one of our customers that they use a referral rewards contest to crowdfund their idea. So it was really cool the way they actually did it. They really focused on what we call the raving fan strategy, and that's a really great strategy to get to build an audience that's crazy about what you're doing, that loves what you're doing, and that's how to guarantee your own success. So we're going to be talking to one of our customers, talking about some of the strategies they used to go excuse me, to go from idea to crowdfunded. So see you guys next week during that chat. And thank you very much. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.